Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Dreamcore. Dreamcore is this concept of videos. It's more about aesthetic art that invokes some type of nostalgia or comfort feeling in yourself. We're going to be looking at a few of them. This one has all these cool colors, like psychedelic. It's very colorful and it has a lot of dream aspects of it. Like you could tell certain things are familiar, like that little lazy river, the door, and kind of like the ocean and the clouds, but it has that dream vibe of it where you know it's not real. Okay, that one was a little much. That banded through multiple kind of things where it had like the holographic people running, but then it brought you to like that plain, all the grass in there, that grassy area, and that place. That always, I love ones that have those big plain fields because those always give me very good nostalgia. They feel, even though I've never been on areas like that, they feel so they do feel comfortable. The long flowing grass just blowing in the wind, it that just brings some sort of comfort in me. The one where you see the pool area and you see the water levels rising. That one is a little eerie because it's like, am I in a subway area? Am I going to drown? Is the water rising? Am I not going to be able to escape or pass through this place? Then when it shows those houses with the green grass, oh man, I want to get one of those houses. I want to be in one of those houses and just live inside of it. Have the nice green grass. And it kind of reminds me of Dr. Seuss, the Cat in the Hat, like the landscape of how the houses are and how all the yards are managed and houses look very comfortable. This one's more eerie and kind of give you those bad vibes. Yeah, yeah, right there. That really gives you one of those bad vibes with the street lights being dim, the sun's going down. There's just a bike on the sidewalk, and it looks a little foggy out. That one's more of an eerie kind of scary feel. That one gives you a little goosebumps, like, ooh, I want to get out of here. Ooh, especially that unkept yard in the back. Why is there two blue chairs right there? I mean, I get it's a pool, but man, that does not look like a relaxing place. That does not look like a place you want to sit by the pool with the weeds growing and the unkempt yard. You know that pool is probably gross. That water is probably ucky. There might be some creatures in that pool, man. With it being dark out and the winds blowing these trees and you see the lightning in the background, first thing I think of is, hurricane, tornado. When you think of those, it instantly puts a knot in your stomach. You're like, oh, danger. This one I could get behind. This one is so aesthetically pleasing. The pastels of the two tones that they have co-opt with the outside colors of the clouds and the sky and with the houses. This one is very, very aesthetically pleasing.
Welcome to the Clockwork Carnival. This world is only accessible between 2:31 a.m. and 2:49 a.m. But once
Ooh, what is that?
you get there, it's always sunny. Before you travel, I must advise you of a few rules. 1. Be careful how many rides you try. They aren't free, and the carnies take payment in something much more vital than money. 2. Eat as much candy floss as you like, but don't touch the ice cream. It slowly erases memories, so the more you eat, the less reason you'll ever have to leave. 3. If someone offers you a ticket to the Hall of Mirrors, decline politely and walk away. You'll see every possible version of yourself in there, and some of them might even try to swap. 4. And most important of all, get out before the tide rises. Once the sea closes in, the true owners of this place come out to play, and nobody escapes that. Enjoy the sunshine.
The Clockwork Carnival at first it was okay. The clock was a little creepy looking, but I was giving it a pass. But as soon as that clown popped up, just instantly, ugh. These clowns, man, these clowns are a little much. Like you get these nice, scenes of the carnival, the rides, the aesthetic, you got the Ferris wheel in the background, but then they hit you with the next one is a creepy clown, and then that creepy clown lasts for like a second, and then switches back to something else more comforting, and then out of nowhere they hit you again with another clown. That is doing something to me. I could do without the clowns, especially this one right here. This one reminds me of nothing but Pennywise. This one with the red stripes kind of going down the eyes to connect with the mouth and the red hair straight up reminds me of Pennywise and instantly makes me think this clown's gonna kill me. This clown's gonna come and kill me if I go to this place. So like, no, I will not be going to this Clockwork Carnival. This next one I am on the fence of because I like the aesthetic of it, but it has aspects of like pools with water, which I'm not a fan of because when I see those, it's usually enclosed, it's not an open space. I've seen ones where water rises and I don't want to drown. This is all pretty cool, but that water just freaks me out. This one reminds me solely of I can't think of it. It's a movie where two people are stuck in like this house and this kid just gets delivered to their house and they have to raise the kid, and I think it's like the Antichrist or something. They also can't leave, and the neighborhood they're in is like everything is kind of like this. Everything is the same thing, and it goes on for miles on miles on miles. It's a community, but there's no way of leaving the community. This video reminds me of that, and that movie always gave me creepy vibes the whole time watching it because the feeling of being in an area like that but not being able to escape, like being in like an endless loop, that is so freaky to me. I would hate to be in something like that. I don't like how the houses are set up, the streets are set up, and how everything looks so like copy and paste as you go on. It just seems like it's regenerating the same thing over and over and over. Nah, I couldn't do that. If I had a dream and there was a door like that and some creepy dude came out of it crawling on all fours at me, I could not do that. That is too much for me. Especially when you get in these dream cores, usually most of the time you can't move either. You're not in control, so you're like just viewing the landscape. And if this little motherfucker came crawling out of a door straight for me and I couldn't move, nah, I'll have to get new sheets. When I think of Dreamcore, I do think of the beginning stuff like this, how it's like the big ocean area, the very vibrant colors, the very like cool kind of looking aesthetics, the floral. I get it. when I think of Dreamcore, I don't think of this. When I see this or when I think of this, I think more liminal. I think more liminal spaces or like this one where it's a mall. I think of Mall World, and I know they are all in the same space, but I think I see them more as separated, segmented from. Yes, I do see overall they're all liminal, but I do see it's different segments of Dreamcore, of Mall World, of pool rooms, of back rooms. I see them as segments of the overall, but they're not the same thing. So when I see something like this, where it's literally inside of an empty mall, this is more of Mall World to me, not really Dreamcore. Now, this is what I really think Dreamcore is. Bright, vibrant colors, blue skies, the big fluffy clouds, the rainbows, the water, all the vibrant colors that are coming in these videos. That is what think of when I think of Dreamcore. I would love to be here. I don't know what it is, but when I look at this, I would love to be on that house. This reminds me of Up. They get the house up on the Paradise Falls. This is such a beautiful landscape and it would be such a beautiful view. This would be my ideal place. Or this one. This one's another one. Just like that, the previous one, up on a hill like this, it has the road that leads to it. You're secluded. But you're not just secluded in the middle of like a wooded area. You're secluded with a big clearing and you're elevated where you feel like you're on top of the world. You're literally the king of the hill. Not only is the landscape beautiful and the house is beautiful, you could go to the edge and you could just see everything. You could see the valleys, there's probably streams, mountains, animals. That this is such a beautiful location to have a house. Oh my god, what I would do to be able to walk on a road like this, where you look down and you see nothing but clouds. The aspect of being on a road that is so high in the sky, it's above clouds. Oh my god. That's the stuff I live for. Well, that should wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos we looked at. Hoped you learned a few things when it came to Dreamcore. If you've never heard of Dreamcore before, hopefully you were able to learn a little bit about it and see the aesthetic and the vibrantness of it. If you have heard of it before and you've seen stuff like this in your dreams, drop it down below in the comments and share your stories. Share your experience of Dreamcore and what you've witnessed and feelings that you get from what you've seen. Well, until next time, see you guys later.